Welcome to Let's Play episode 13. In today's episode, we're going to be doing a villager trading post. And I know I did say in the last episode I was going to repurpose these buildings, but you know what? I think I'm actually just going to demolish the lot. Yeah, I want this to be fairly big, so we're going to start off with 30 pods, 30 different villagers to trade with, and it wants to be expandable. We want it to be at least another 30 big later on when we get there. We are going to keep this auto storage unit because we're going to need to trade things with these villagers, so it's going to be handy to have this to keep the stuff in. And we've got villagers here already too, so you know it's a good start. Everything's going to have to go, the farms and the buildings a lot, so I'll do all this, take it all down, and I'll get back to you once I'm done. Okay, so everything's flattened, and I've just got a nice padstone down of stone there just for something easy to work on. And we're going to start building the pods. I've put all the villagers in a little pen here, set them off breeding, just so they can get cracking with that. I mean, I don't want to be bringing these villagers in from an exterior village breeder 100 blocks away. I want to breed them all here, and there are techniques to get them to match up to the beds and things like that, which is going to be a lot easier than bringing them one by one. So we're going to attach this to the side of the storage unit. I'm going to be building these pods slightly bigger than I normally would. We're going to have them, it's going to be nice to live in. We're going to have 4 spaces, 2 for a bed, 1 gap for them to stand, and 1 gap for the workstation, because, you know, I'm a nice guy. And it's going to be 1 wide. They get 1 whole block, yeah. But that's more than what we usually do on these. We usually come them in really, really tight. And we'll just build up the side here. Now I'm going to use some iron bars and give them a view out the back window. And I'm going to put iron bars on the sides too, so they can see each other and talk, because you know how much they like to do that. They chatter away all day, these guys. And that's it. You know, we just need 30 of these, really. I'm making them out of iron because it's a kind of prison theme, and I've got way too much iron than I know what to do with. And we're just going to replicate that 30 times, so we kind of miss one, put one down, miss one, put one down, and so forth, and just copy that first one right through. So I'll do that, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so we've got 30 pods now. That's alright for a start, and we've got loads of room to expand even more. And I've just let these villagers breed, and you know, the little guys will grow up. And at night time, if we place some beds in here, they will all choose their own bed and bind to it. And that's how we're going to get them in the pods. A lot easier than bringing 30 in 1 by 1, or 60 in 1 by 1, as we're going to end up doing towards the end of the series. So we'll just pop all these beds on and get rid of these ones. And if we put 30 beds in here, make sure they've got plenty of food, then 30 villagers will breed, and they'll do it automatically. You just need to wait for the young ones to actually grow up. Like I said, they will pick their own beds, and at night time they will go into them, and then we'll just block them in. The only thing that you have trouble with is when you're putting the workstations down, it's completely random about which one will bind to which workstation. So you need to put all the workstations in at random, and then if you want to move them to organize them, you know, have all the fletching tables together, have all the stonemasons together, etc., you just move them 1 by 1. Because if you take the workstation out and then you take the bed out of just one villager, when the rest of the villagers have all got their own jobs, he will just follow that bed, and it will go back to wherever you want it to go. Come on, guys. One to a room, please. No jumping on the beds. So I'm going to go away and let these guys do their thing, okay? Right, so it's been about 3 hours, and most of these guys are bred now. I've done a bit of work, put some lighting in. I've actually put a farm in, because I've decided to let the farmer out, and he's just going to wander about. The reason why I'm doing that is he will farm food, and then he will feed all the other guys, which you don't need to do. But if you want to kill one off and then breed another one, you're going to need a good supply of food here, so the farmer will just do that automatically. So if we do kill one, they'll just automatically breed. What are you doing out of there? Oh yeah, they'll automatically go in, but look at this guy. How did you get out there? Come on. Back in here, please. Back into bed. It's night time. It's not safe out there. That's the outside of the prison. We've got our first escapee already. Yeah, so we're just going to block them in at night time, and then they can't run away. And what we're going to do is start putting the workstations down and start assigning them all jobs and hello, torches. Make sure there's plenty of torches in these these builds. You don't want any nasty surprises. You will get them in here now and again. Right, so I'm going to keep working at this, let the rest of them grow up, and I'm going to block them all in and give them all workstations. And it's up to you what workstations you use and how many you want of each. So just play about with it, really. Okay, so I'm building a little enclosure around a couple of these guys now, because when you trade with villagers, it is quite expensive. You know, you're looking at 22 bits of paper to get 1 emerald. And the way to make that cheaper is to feed him to a zombie. Yeah, feed the villager to a zombie. That'll turn him into a zombie villager, and then you can heal him and he'll be really grateful and give you a huge discount. And if you do that 3 or 4 times, then you can get, 1 emerald for 1 bit of paper. It's perfect, really. And what I've done is I've actually trapped a zombie in a hole. Now, I don't want him in that hole. I've actually trapped a zombie and given him a name tag. Yeah, I've named him so he doesn't despawn. And if you pick one with armor on, he shouldn't. And I say shouldn't. He shouldn't be burned by the daylight. But I do, when I'm not using him, like to keep them in this little kind of lock-up shed thing. And then I can bring them out whenever I want to. And you come here, get into that. I'm going to actually repair this, and then I'm going to let him feast on one of our villagers. So yeah, you kind of intentionally turn them into zombies just to heal them, so they'll be grateful and give you a discount. It doesn't sound right to me, morally right anyway, but it's good for us in the game. When you can get efficiency 5 on a book for 1 emerald and 1 book, which you have to trade 1 bit of paper for to get the emerald. It's a no-brainer. This is why we do the discount thing. Enchanted picks, 1 emerald. So much cheaper than actually mining the iron and having to make the pick yourself. So if you set up your workstations properly, if you rotate them to get the actual trade that you want out of each one. I mean, I have about 8, 9, possibly 10 of these librarians in here, so I can get different books to use in the anvil to add things into our armor and our weapons and our tools. Things like efficiency books you can get out of these guys. You can get thorn books out of them. You can get feather falling books. Pretty much anything you want. And if you assign a workstation to a librarian and you don't like what he's got, or you've already got one, then you just take it back out again, as long as you haven't traded with him. And when you put it back down, it'll roll the dice and he'll come up with a different trade. He'll come up with a different choice of what he's going to give you at the end. But this is really all about having to get the discounts here, because it's too expensive to trade otherwise. And I'm hoping that we can just leave him in there to attack him whilst he's sat down, but I don't think he's gonna, because he's in bed. You attack me in bed though, won't you? Yeah, there we go. There's 1, 2. He's pushing him out of the way. Just do your job. We're gonna have to let him out. We're gonna have to let him out of here. He's gonna try and attack us. He's gonna try and attack our villager. We just need to get behind the villager, really. Go on. Go to your doom, impending doom. Off you go. Turn into a zombie, then you can try and chase me. There we go. That's it. Now, we just need to get our armoured zombie back into his little cart. Come on. There we go. And then get this guy back into his little pod. So I'm just going to run onto this bed. Now, this isn't going well. He's coming back. Go away. And he's going to follow me. Then I'm going to run out quick and put a block down, but I can't because we've still got a bit of rail in the way. So I'll just get rid of this bit of rail without hitting him. The reason why I do it in a little building like this is because if daylight comes, our zombie villager will die. And if you've already healed him 3 or 4 times to get really good discounts, and you've cycled through the different options that you get with the with the workstations, it takes quite a long time to get the result you actually want. So you don't want to waste it by having him die by being exposed to sunlight when he's a zombie. So if you just build an enclosure like this, keep it nice and dark, we're all good. There we go. Now all we need to do is throw a splash potion of weakness at him, which I've got one here, and then feed him a golden apple, and within about 3 or 4 minutes he will turn into a normal, grateful villager again, and he will give you lots of discounts. And if you want even more discount, just repeat the process. Just do it. I think you can do it up to 5 times. So I'm going to go away, let him heal, because it takes a while, and I'm going to show you how to actually make these. So if you go over to your brewing stand, you want to add in some blaze powder. You want to add in some bottles with water already in. Now, bottles you can make with glass, and you just collect water like you would do a bucket. And then fermented spider eye, which you get by getting sugar and making that into, a spider eye to make that into fermented spider eye. And then once it goes through, you can see it's working away there, it will create a potion of weakness. Now, all you have to do, really, to make it a splash potion of weakness, so you can throw it and it'll have an effect on several targets if you wish, is to do that again with gunpowder. Yeah, and that's it. It's dead simple, really. That'll give you 3 at a time. So, the golden apples are quite easy. You collect apples, you have a bit of gold, you make that into your crafting table. That's no bother at all. If you look at our shorts on getting apples, it's an easy way to get them. So now we've done that, I think our villager should be healed. So we're going to go back over to him and see if he's all better now, if he's just a normal villager again. And I think, is he? Yeah, he is. So that's grand. If we just build this up with iron, so it matches. If we build this back up again, put an iron block in, where are they? There we are. In there, and then one in there, and then we've got to put our workstation back. So we'll just get rid of this and get the workstation ready so he doesn't run off. That's it, he's going away, that's fine. So put the workstation in, and if we open up his inventory there, you can see the discounts. A lot cheaper. Lanterns would be good, actually, for 1 emerald. and yeah, you get books with enchants on as well. I think we're going to work on efficiency, we're going to work on mending, we're going to have quite a few things here. But yeah, we've got efficiency 5 and then efficiency 4 further on. That doesn't sound right. But yeah, we've got an efficiency 5 book. Perfect, really. You can't ask better than that. Okay, so I've spent about 3 or 4 hours on this, and I've worked with a load of villagers. I've put some lighting in using the lanterns that I've traded with our emeralds. Really cheap, so much cheaper than making these. I've dressed the top of the sorting system and our prison so that it all matches. I've probably gone a bit overboard with the lanterns, but once I started I couldn't stop myself. I put some item frames in so that we can identify. I've got some furniture down, like a prison kitchen type thing. Some railings, and I've got all of our guys kind of running with decent discounts. I'll continue to work on this and continue to feed them to zombies and healing them again, because I've got 30 of them to do. But I'm pretty happy. I'm really happy with that efficiency 5 guy, And I've got a bit of a running track and a bandstand for people to sit there and watch our little boys running around. We've got some golems that are spawned, so they'll walk around like prison wardens and they'll protect our guys. And I've also got a lookout tower, and I do like to just kind of periodically come up here and just shoot stuff with my bow and arrow, really. But yeah, that's it. 30 pods. We've got room for at least another 20 or 30 on here. And that's all you do. You can make these as big and as small as you want them to be. It's pretty simple, and just decorate it any way you want. But these villages, they're so handy. It's so much easier than having to collect stuff yourself. And to get efficiency 5 on a pick or a shovel, you know, you have to be lucky enough to get 2 efficiency 4s, which will cost you at least 3 experience points. Then you've got to go to an anvil and merge those 2 4s together to make a 5, which of course costs you more points. Well, with this, you can get it off a villager for 1 book and 1 emerald. It's a no-brainer. If you haven't built one of these, build one right now. They are great, and they don't have to be big. You know, if you just want to work on one thing at one time, we've got Fortune 3 there. We've got this guy here, which I don't really use the punch, but I'm going to get books off him, you know, by getting the bookshelves and just, you know, destroying them with an axe, which will give me 2 books. It's a really cheap way to get books. Yeah, just do whatever you want. This is Minecraft, okay? If we go out of here, I'll put a little door in. I didn't want to use pressure plates. I was a bit worried that creepy crawlies might be able to stand on them and open the doors, so we've got a button, but I'm just kind of leveling the ground off around here because it's a bit too close. We're going to need a bit of extra room. But yeah, that's it. You know, it's pretty simple. It's a really easy build to do. It does take a little bit of time, but if you just follow the basics like I've done there, you know, you can make as many of these as you want and assign whatever workstations you want. You don't have to actually mine for anything, really, if you didn't want to. You can get shovels, you can get picks, you can get swords, chest plates, anything off these guys, and, you know, you can get them enchanted too, or you can get the books to enchant them yourself. It's just whatever way you want to play. But that's it. That's it in a nutshell. It's took me about maybe 8 hours in total. I think that the hardest bit was just kind of repeatedly getting our discounts by feeding the villagers to the zombie and healing them again. That's probably what took the longest. But yeah, that's it. Simple as you can get. So, you know, I hope you've enjoyed this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps, guys. And I will see you all next week. And get yourselves one of these built. Seriously, build one of these. You won't regret it.